What I can say about growing up here in Turner Station, nothing but good things. It was always in a family-oriented community where everyone looked out for everyone. You know, you always had people whose parents looking out for other children, the parents worked, other parents would look out for the kids, you know. It was the kind of when the ice cream man came along, if you had like 5 kids outside, 5 or 10 kids, the neighborhood parent would go ahead and give you $20 to give every kid an ice cream.
How for lunch we used to come home, we used to walk home because we used to walk to school. You know, and they were like, they couldn't believe that I could walk home to school, walk home for lunch. You know, like, then you want to stay home sometimes? I said, no, because the teacher will come and get you. You know, that kind of thing. And my teacher told my mother, so.
The families.
The family and just
pass it on. The families pass it on. It's like what you're doing.
Strong belief in God too.
The trees. Trees have branches. The branches of the trees is being extended. And that's only, like I said, with your all's help and a gift from God. So you can't go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong.
And living in Turner Station, it was pleasant. I mean, you knew everybody. It was basically family. I enjoyed going over the thing, but I have had a chance to experience other neighborhoods outside my area. I spent a lot of time in Baltimore City. And I was always glad to come home. You understand what I'm saying? I got to travel out of state, but I was always glad to come home. Because that to me was my safe haven. And even today it's still that way. Because there are still some neighbors who are around that I could say helped raise me.
Grew up in West Baltimore and came here in 1974 with my father, who was then elected as the newly elected pastor here at Union. So I think I've been here since I was 12. And I always joke with everyone who knows me from when I was a child. I came here with a huge afro, and look at me now. And so it's been a long time, but it's been a good time, you know. And of course in West Baltimore, it was always a feeling of leaving the city and then coming out here to, as a kid, you kind of felt like this long ride, we were going to the country. And when we got here, it was just a wonderful, wonderful place to be a part of. The members made us feel at home. I had an older sister who was just getting ready to go away to school. She went away to college. They would send her care packages. She would get sweet potato pies and cakes and all kinds of goodies sent to her in her dorm room at the school she was going to. And it had a family feeling to it. So it was just a good place to be.
The past, I can't relive the past, but I had a very fortunate childhood. Everything was just about perfect. I don't think nobody ever wanted for nothing down here. If they did, they didn't. If they did, if work, they didn't know it because everybody looked out for everybody. I don't remember no family not having nothing they didn't need. And it was just a very close community. When I was coming, it was nice. It was good. It hasn't changed as much, but it was not as close as they used to. The fun, loving, caring community. Yeah.
And it was just always just a whole bunch of cohesiveness, always togetherness in the community. And it's like one for all for one. And even now, when we have reunions, people who moved away, they all come back. It was a funeral, they all come back. It was a wedding, they all come back. You know, it's just like home. You can always come back home. It's just like a big hug.
There's something here that's bigger than my individual self. There's a collective here that I can gain strength from, that my children can grow from, and can expand, you know, their horizons based on the relationships that can be forged in a good community, in a loving community.
So, product of Turner Station and the love that the community provided was family. It was, everybody knew everybody or was related to. If you weren't related to them, then you knew them. So, it was just a close-knit community that was basically a big family.
I feel that a community and a house needs people. And I'm happy to welcome anybody that will make this a thriving community, because this is my home. And I can't have a neighborhood without people. All people, any people are welcome.
One daughter who was born and raised in Turner's, and she's doing very well. Another product of the community, everybody knowing everybody and, having their hands in, nurturing and growing them into, good adults.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the community can get back to the sense of community, the sense of unity and belonging and being a part of something as wonderful as what Turner Station used to be, where everybody knew each other or at least looked out for each other.